actually go on to implement that rule that outstanding debts must be met, particularly with governments still holding a large share of our football?
I think it's one thing to set rules, it's another thing to follow it down to the latter. The same thing they said last season, but unfortunately, so many clubs were still found wanting in that regard, failure to pay their players, and that's why most of these players want to move to Europe. That's why Igbolan Salami do not want to go to Chan. He wants to see if he can try his luck out there in Europe, even if it's an obscure league, just like
as long as it's better than what happens here.
Better than what it is right here in Nigeria, and as long as you get plenty of money from the day. Even Gambo Mohamed at some point wanted to go to Vietnam before he came back to Nigeria. So the function of those players, knowing that age is not on their side, knowing that their career might be getting to an end very soon, and they want to make the money. I mean, their playwright Igbolan Salami has been in the league for so long, and for Warri Wolves, at some point last season they were not being paid. The players, protesting and all of that, but they still finished in second place. So you will not blame the young lad for wanting to leave to Europe at this point, knowing fully well that he's the best player right now in the league, top scorer, and top scorer for this just concluded season. So he would want to go down to Europe. But let's just hope the LMC can try as much as possible to implement all these rules, particularly the welfare of the players is very important. Whether we like it or not, these players are the key actors, and if they are not properly taken care of, they will not want to give their best, and we'll see our best players in the league. We're even hearing Azubike Igweke from Warri Wolves, Ogene Karitebo. All these players might be leaving the NPFL at the end of the day. So if this club side, if Nigeria wants to keep their best players, all these club side, the LMC, all hands must be on deck to ensure that the welfare of these players are well taken care of, so that at least we'll do well on the continent. It's been a long time where we had a Nigerian team get to the final of any continental competition, except for I think Heartland in 2012 when they lost on the way go to TP Mazembe. So if we want to get the axe right on the continent, we need to ensure our league is viable enough, and we need to ensure that our players are well taken care of.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I like when you were contesting that it looks good on paper. Now it's the time for the LMC to feel free to step on toes. If you are in, then stay in and do the right things.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. All of these things are just fragments of a bigger picture. I'm just hoping that all of these things, that the LMC, we have the muscle, we have the strength, we have the will to take the bulls by the horn. All of those things look good on paper.
That's right.
It looks good. But
you look at them, it seems like we're even ready to start tomorrow.
Yes. But I also agree with you that, maybe at the end of February or 1 or 2 months into the league, we'll know how serious the LMC is. If we're still hearing about players being held, if you're still hearing about clubs not meeting all of these requirements, that is proper and necessary if you're going to own the club. Because owning the club is more than the propaganda. You see, personally as a person, I don't really like criticism so much. I don't really like all the time you pick out the negatives. And but when people make it easy for you to see only the negative, it's really very sad. There are a lot of good things you can't commend the LMC for what happened last season. But that wouldn't make us close our eyes from all of the things
that didn't go right.
That can make you cry.
Yeah.
You look at what happened with the guys in Taraba. It's negative. I mean, there's no way to downplay it. And if such a thing can happen, it's sad. But we're hoping it won't repeat itself. And the only way it won't repeat itself is if the LMC is ready to step on toes. I've always believed that it's not necessary to have 20 teams.
We're saying that.
And if what guarantees can you get from a state? That's my worry. If I'm the governor and I tell you, don't worry, I'll do it, all you have is my word. And if I go back on my word, what can you do? Are you going to arrest me? No, you can't. This is Nigeria. And that's why, I don't know. But if you have clubs who probably maybe make laws, delegated legislation, get people to run clubs properly, and you have somebody who knows this is my job. If it doesn't go well, I'm going to be held accountable. But you have people who are protected because of their relationship with people in power. They can toy with their lives. Julian just told us some of these guys use their productive years. Somebody who just wakes up and realizes, oh, I'm 35. I mean, nobody, even in Vietnam, nobody wants you at. And that guy has used the good part, the prime of his life to play for clubs that owe him, to play for clubs that want him to come and beg somebody
for his wages.
It's really sad. And that's the only place I have a problem.
That's right.
On all the other issues, the LMC is spot on. I'm impressed with what they did last season. But if the key actors, like Julian also said, if the key actors are not taken care of, we have no business.
We will not be the one to go and play.
We have no business talking about the league.
Okay, we'll still stay with the league, but this time let's talk about. We'll tell you that our players are moving, coaches are also moving. You remember him, Coach John Obu? Yes, one time led the national team, the national under 20 team, the national under 17 team, and then last time he was in the league, Ifeanyi Nuba. Yes, we call Ifeanyi Nuba, even Gabras, because we don't know the name of the ball. That was with Ifeanyi Nuba. Now he's been appointed technical advisor at Kwara United. A good one for the league when you have experienced coaches as Coach John Obu still staying to give their own experience to the league.
Well, he's been there before in Kwara United, but right now he has to find a way to bring them back from the NNL, and it's quite difficult. I mean, ask the likes of insurance, they'll tell you how many years they've spent there trying to just gain promotion, to the NPFL. So it's not going to be easy, but all he needs is just the support of the state government, and also in terms of signing players that he feels can get the job done on the pitch for him. So all in all, it might not be that easy, and at the same time, he could make it easy for himself, in terms of bringing his experience to the fore. But I feel I can't say from this position if Kwara United will be back in the NPFL. Like I said, it's quite difficult, but if they gain promotion at the end, then I feel it's well deserved for them. We want to see John Obu in the Premier League. I feel that's where it belongs. More like rubbing shoulders with the likes of Paul, like Bogun, Kadi, Kana, Baganaro, and the other coaches. I feel he doesn't deserve to be in the NNL. We should just do everything within SPA to bring them back to the NPFL.
And that's what makes me wonder. He's going to the NNL with Kwara United, and we saw the way Tunde Abdurrahman, the last coach, struggled with Kwara United. I'm still in shock that they got relegated. You think John Obu has what it takes to bring them back into top flight football, or gets frustrated midway into the season and says, I'm leaving?
It depends on how the club positions itself. Hiring John Obu might just be a statement of intent. Might just be that they want to get back. But you see, these issues are beyond the coach. Well, he's been called technical advisor. I don't know if he's going to have coaches working under him, or he's going to be the one, really in the dugout doing the job, or he's going to work behind the scenes. That's why I said it depends on the coach. Does Kwara United really want to get back? Look, you can employ me, and I tell you what you need to do. If you decide not to do them, I'll fold my arms. I get paid, and no matter what you say about this,
name is involved. That this is John.
No matter what you say about these coaches, their plight, I think, is better than the players. I just feel so. But John Obu has a lot to lose if he doesn't do well.
That's right.
He's done it with previous some other clubs, Sharks, and experience with the under-20 team. So I think more of John Obu's competence is not in question.
That's right.
But what does Kwara United want? That is the issue. What does Kwara United really want? This is a signal of intent, and it's a good one. But 4 or 5 months ago, one club, well, it was Ifeanyi Nuba then, that brought him into the picture. It didn't go so well. I hope this one goes well. That's it.
Hopefully they'll let him do his work. You've employed him, allow him to do his work. So that's the update we have for you as regards league football in Nigeria. Yesterday, Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or for a record 5th time. Everyone is talking about it. Let's also listen to the top stars that's shown yesterday in Zurich, including Kali Lloyd. Yeah, that one got us emotional. Let's listen to them. I'll come out, talk some man, and wrap the show. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
Well, my best words it's dedication and hard work. To achieve this kind of things, you need to work hard and, be a great professional, be serious in your job. And this is what I try to do. To be here for 8th time, I think is not by coincidence. It's because, we all have talent, but the talent without the work, it's nothing. So I'm so pleased to be here one more year. And, to beat the records, not just in my club, but as you say, in the Champions League, in Real Madrid. And I keep doing that because I love to do that. I love to play football, and I love to beat records too. So, great.
A vastly improved performance from some of the African nations, and Gio will know that Nigeria were a team who were very difficult to play against and some exceptionally talented players. And there's clearly a lot of work going on in those nations to improve the game. And
amazing. And, I'm standing up here, and that's a result of my incredible teammates around me. It took all 23 players to win at the World Cup. But throughout my career, nothing's been handed to me. I've had to work for every single moment. I've had good moments. I've had bad moments. I've had frustrating moments. But there's been glorious moments as well. And I think you learn more in your failures than you do in your success. And for me, I try to take a positive approach through every...
Had tremendous success. But, I just met with the players a week ago, and what we talked about was... we don't have a rearview mirror. What's done is done. Now it's about, the next challenge. And, I think it was pretty soon after we won the World Cup, someone sort of said, well, no team's won a World Cup in the...
So that's his reactions coming from the 2015 Ballon d'Or. And Julian, nice. It's good to hear that Africa is also getting some mention.
Of course, Africa got some mention. Cameroon reached the round of 16 of the Women's World Cup. And
it was their first time, and they made it that good.
It was the first time. The Super Falcons couldn't get past the group.
But it's okay.
Although we had the tough opponents than the Cameroonians. But I think it's good for African football. We always want to see the African teams perform well in continental competitions. This year's the Olympics. The Falcons will definitely not be there. But the other countries, Equatorial Guinea and other countries that will be representing Africa, will just hope that they do well. So at least we'll get more and more recognitions on the world stage.
You have any parting shots as regards the Ballon d'Or?
Well, I can't argue with anything.
No.
I can't argue with anything. I think everything we expected turned out. It happened the way we expected. So I really don't have any. This year went the way we expected. Went according to plan.
Yeah, but you know what's different for me? On the night of the award, Carly Lloyd was fine. Today she's finer.
And she won again.
And she won again. So that's the show. Thank you so much, Julian, for coming around. And of course, Yemi Adebayo. And to you, wherever you are watching Sports Tonight on Channels TV, we keep telling you it's an action-packed world of sports. So keep talking to us on Twitter. We're Channels_Sports. And on Facebook, we're Channels-Sports. That's the show. On behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm Austin Okonakwa. I'll be back again tomorrow to talk some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.